Hello, everyone. It's William here, at Allegory Gallery. I'm here at Star Cottage Studio. I hope you're all doing well. It has been a jam-packed day for me. I hope you are having a great day out there. Let me say hi before I get into my day and all that. And also in the comments, put in what you've been doing today so that when I get there, I can automatically just go there and chit chat with you about what you've been doing today. Also, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the share. Let people know we are live. We are doing great gemstones today. These are loose gemstones. Y'all seemed to like the loose gemstones the other day that we did, so we're going to do some more today. And I hope you like these that I've picked out. It's taken me a little longer today because I've been going through and pulling some strands and cutting those strands apart. Yes, I'm cutting strands to make these for y'all because sometimes you don't want a whole strand of these things and you just want a few stones, or you want something to make a pair of earrings or a pendant. So I have these available for you. I think we priced them really well for what they are, and hopefully you'll like them. We're going to start with LG31 today because we've done 1 through 30 already just a few days ago. And since it was just a few days ago, we're going to start with 31 today. If you didn't see the first batch of these, we still have some of those available too. So if you are watching this and you're like, what's more about this? Well, these are more because we already had some. So you can check out the recent video we did of loose gemstone sale. I think was the title of that video. And you can find the rewatch on YouTube or Facebook. And yeah, there are still some available. So feel free to send us an email for those. Maybe you'll look at these, you'll want some of these, and then you'll go back through that video and request some of the others too. All right. Hello, Marianne. Thanks for joining us. First one here today, I see. Hello, Suzanne. Thanks for joining in. Susie, our neighbor, is here. Hello, Susie. Hello out there to the AG Beat fam, she says. Hello, Norma. Harry is with us today. Harry's asking, Marianne, how's the fire situation up your way? I didn't see news about a fire. Marianne says, locally no fires, but they evacuated a town up north, Fort McMurray, for fire suppression. Harry says, we're having some smoke here. Wow. I didn't even hear about that going on. I've been away from the internets all day long. And says, I'm starting on vacation starting next Tuesday, so I'm double timing it at work to get everything in shape to run while I'm gone. That is not easy, huh, Anne? That is not easy. Welcome, by the way. I know those days. I was going to say I remember those days when I used to have people fill in for me while I took vacation, but I still know those days because whenever we go away somewhere, it's the same thing still. So yes, I totally get it. And hopefully all goes well, and hopefully you'll have a great vacation. Where are you going on vacation, if you don't mind sharing? Marianne says it was very smoky on Sunday here from the fires in British Columbia, BC. I think that's right? So how's everybody else? Norma is here. Did I say Norma? I don't know if I missed it. There's Norma. Hello, Norma. Yeah, so today, I was up in the Johnstown location tearing apart bookshelves, well, shelving. I don't think they were used for books most recently, but shelving, and got a bunch of that work done today. We're getting ready to put paint on the walls, which is exciting. So we're trying to get that all ready and get the paint on the walls because we are going to try and open, not this weekend, but next weekend. And we originally called it the grand opening. We're thinking we're going to do a soft opening because we're not going to get as much done as we wanted to make it the grand opening. So we're going to do a soft opening next weekend. And that's the kind of, hell or high water stuff. We got to get it open, get the store open, get people in the door, and get people used to it. And then sometime later in June, I think at the very end of June, we are going to be doing a party for the grand opening. So that's the plan right now. Kind of takes some pressure off of being a grand opening and just being a soft opening where we get people in the door. Let's see. Oh, Anne's going to New York City, your old stomping grounds. Yes, that's exciting. I kind of would like to go back in some ways and see it, but I've not been back since we left. Andrew has been back once or twice, but everything has changed. It's all so different. New York City changes so often. If you're not there, you just miss everything and things change. So I hope you have fun. I hope you have fun. Marion says that's correct. British Columbia. Good, good. Norma says, nothing exciting happening here today, just reading and laundry. Nice. What are you reading? That's Anne just asked, what are you reading? Always looking for recommendations. I started a book, and now I'm not going to remember it because it's on my Audible. I've had this book on my bedside table for a long time, and I've started reading it. And every time I start reading it, I stop reading it, even though it's a really good story. I just have a really hard time reading, taking time out to read. So last night I said, okay, I have an Audible credit. It's stupid to buy this book on Audible when I already have the hard copy, but I'm not getting anywhere and I've enjoyed the story so far. So I got the book. I think it's Mrs. Benson's Beetle. Mrs. Benson's Beetle, I think. And so I've gotten through a few chapters by reading it, but that was like months ago. And it's been over the course of months, and I don't remember everything. So I started listening to it again last night. Of course, I don't remember much of what I read. And so, but then I fell asleep listening to it. And I didn't get very far before I fell asleep because I was very tired last night. But I started reading Mrs. Benson, I think it's Mrs. Benson's Beetle. And I've enjoyed the story. Like I said, every time I read it, I enjoy the story. I just can't sit down to read it. Let's see here. Harry did some copper metal fold forming today. We'll finish the piece maybe tomorrow. I also cut some rocks and did some ceramics. Busy day, Harry. That's awesome. Marion says it was a work day for me. Feet are sore-ish. I feel that sometimes, right? Standing on hard floors, not fun. Not fun for long periods of time. And says, I haven't been to New York in about 5 or 6 years. The longest time I've been away for years and years. Yeah, I would like to get back and just visit, but it's just not in the cards right now. Just not in the cards. Marianne's reading The White Mare and Bedeviled. I feel like I've seen Bedeviled before, but I don't know. That could be just me making things up. I've not read it, though. I know that. Hello, Cheryl. Thanks for joining in today. Andrew was up all night. He's working on artwork. If you didn't see on the Patreon, he released the newest art piece on Patreon, and you can take a look at that there if you are a member. And if you're not a member, let me tell you where you can become one. Patreon.com/Star Cottage Studio. It is in the name of Star Cottage Studio, which is our jewelry workshop here in our bead room here, but it also does support Allegory Gallery. So we're kind of using the Patreon as a mini blog for us to give you kind of sneak peeks at things we're working on, and also projects that are for, things that we're showing only to our members on Patreon. You can join for free and follow us for free there as well. So please, even if you don't want to pay, please go over to our Patreon, patreon.com/Star Cottage Studio, and hit the follow, because you can follow us for free. We do post some nice articles that we write and kind of blog posts that are free, that you don't have to pay for, but there are also ones that you can pay for if you want to get sneak peeks of things and see some of our trials and things that we're doing here for Allegory Gallery and in the workshop. Oh, hello, Angela. Welcome. Emily is here. Welcome, Emily. Lots of new people joining us here. Not new, but new for today, joining us today. Norma's reading a mystery series set in Ireland by Andrea Carter. I'm on the third one. First was called Death at Whitewater Church. Those mystery. I like watching mysteries on TV. I don't know. I've never read mystery books, but maybe I would like them. I guess I don't know. I think I would like them though. Let's see here. Angela says, hello, you guys work so hard. Always doing stuff. Like I said, today I was taking down shelving. Um, I took down all the shelving on, or most of the shelving on the left-hand side of our new store. We left the base shelves because they're actually the originals. I think the hardwood flooring was put in around them. So I don't want to take them up because I don't know what's underneath them, and we're not going to be replacing hardwood floor right now. Someday, maybe I would like to take them out, but we're going to have to work with them for now. But we have bare walls pretty much. There's one that's like instrumental to everything that's all the way up. So we got to get the saw and saw it down. I think is what we're going to have to do. But other than that, we are that wall is clear, and we can hang things there, and also put up maybe seed bead wall or an art wall. I don't know quite what we're doing over there yet, but and what time is going to allow us to do before we do our soft opening. But we'll be working on it continually from the soft opening through the grand opening, and probably even more as we get money, as we get time, as the store picks up. Hopefully it picks up. Hopefully we do well in that location, and people like us in Johnstown, and we can continue to make improvements as we go. But yeah, so far shelving today. Then I ran back here after I did that and started gathering things for the live. Andrew was up all night long with artwork, working on some artwork. And I think he's working on an ACEO again. At least he's working on artwork that size. I'm not sure if it's going to be an ACEO in the end, but it's that size. Marion says, I love the April tier artwork. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Glad you liked it. Marion, so let me check that out. Norma, everyone's saying hello. Sandra is here. Hello, Sandra. Thanks for joining us today. Anne says, I highly recommend the book I'm reading now, The London Seance Society. That sounds fun. That sounds like it might be fun. Norma says, these have been pretty good, much better than the usual formulaic cozies. Sometimes the cozies are nice, though, maybe, right? I feel like I watch some TV shows that should be considered cozies. They're just easy to watch. Easy to watch. Anne says, same, Marianne, the April tier is wonderful. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Andrew, I'm sure, is glad you enjoyed it. He's resting right now. He may be awake. He may not be awake. I don't know. When I left for Johnstown, he was just going to bed. And I stopped at home real quick to shower because I was a mess after doing the deconstruction instead of construction, deconstruction. But he was still sleeping, so I didn't want to wake him up. But if he does wake up and he is watching, maybe he'll tune in, because I have some stones that I found here that I want to put on sale, but I don't know if I'm allowed. So we have 30 lots today. If Andrew pops in and says we're allowed to sell these other ones, we're going to have more, because I think you're really going to like those. And if not, if he doesn't make it while we're doing this, then we will maybe do those later if they're allowed. I sent him a text today and said, can I sell these? So we'll see. We'll see. I don't dare sell them, though, before he says yes, because they might be something he's planning on using. Harry's reading Desert Heat by J.A. Jance. That one I've not heard of. So what else? What else have y'all doing? What's happening? I heard what Harry's doing. Norma's doing some reading. What's everyone else? Anne's getting ready to go on a trip. That's exciting. Good things. Hello, Danette. Thanks for joining in. What are you up to today, Danette? I'm also working on some shipping. I tried to do a little bit of that today. More so organizing a little bit for Barb to come in and do some more, but hopefully I will get some of that out. Depends how long this live goes. I may work a little bit of nighttime here working on some shipping and getting some other things organized, and hopefully help Barb out instead of causing more trouble. Sometimes I come in and cause trouble. I don't mean to, but sometimes my way of thinking and doing things is not the way of her way of thinking and doing things. So sometimes it's more trouble if I intervene. So whenever I do start doing things, I try to finish. Like if I start working on something, because she has things pre-packed. So if I pick someone's name and start working on it, I try to finish so that I don't confuse her even more. So that's why sometimes you'll see me packing a bunch of orders together, because I'm like, I'm just doing every one of this person's order that I can possibly do. Because if I leave it halfway, Barb's gonna be like, what are you doing, right? She's very nice. She would never say that. She would just be confused and then wait to try and ask me at some point. Danette says, making Christmas spiders, reading a Nora Roberts book, just started it today. Can't remember the title. Anne says, thanks for the book recommendations. I've added some holds at the library. That's awesome. Danette's getting stuff ready to take to the flea market. That's nice. We need to flea market some stuff in our house for sure. Norma says, Harry, that's a series I enjoy also. I've read all the Joanna Brady and a few of Jance's others. I met her once when she came through the airport where I worked. That's pretty cool. So I'm not streaming to Instagram again today. I forgot all my other devices. I could stream from the computer here, but then I could not actually see because it's around the corner. So I'm not streaming on Instagram, unfortunately. So sorry, Instagrammers. If you're normally out there on Instagram, I apologize. The last 2 days, we've not gotten to stream on Instagram, but hopefully people will find us here. And I wish there were a way to more easily share to Instagram, but there's not. Also, could someone share this into the Design Challenges group from our Allegory Gallery page, if you don't mind? If someone's sitting at a computer and that's easy to do. So from the Facebook Allegory Gallery page, share into the Design Challenges group, because we can't stream into groups anymore. Facebook blocked that ability to stream into groups. So I think our counts are down lately because we can't stream into groups. And usually I try to stream into them or try to share them before I get started. But the last few days, my computers haven't been around for me to start it up or around. We keep having power outages to stream into the groups or to share before I go live here. So, and I forgot to do that today while I was working on stuff. Let's see. Cheryl's making a salad, cleaning up the kitchen. Long day at work. I get it. I feel that. I feel the long day at work. I don't know what we're going to eat tonight. I hope that this live ends before the grocery stores all close, because I got to go get something to eat. Unless, I don't think there's much in the fridge. Andrew's like, you doubt me? You doubt I can make something from what's around? And I'm like, I couldn't. Let's just say that there's no way that I could make anything from what's in our fridge right now. He might be able to. I don't know. But it's getting pretty bare bones. And I didn't get to stop before all of this happened today. So yeah, that is, I hope. Hopefully we'll get done in time. Marianne also has a new hold at the library. Nice. And it says, yeah, I got to clean stuff up and out since we are going to move one of these days. Where are you moving? I think you've mentioned that before, but I get it. I get it. We keep talking about downsizing our house because we don't need as much space as we have. But right now, the amount that we paid for our house is what we pay for a downsized house. So there's really not much reason to move other than to really not have as much space, but it is what it is. I think we're just feeling the constraint right now because our house is bigger-ish, not really bigger, but bigger-ish. And I mean, it's not huge. Our house is small, really. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. But it's a 2-story. Me growing up, I grew up in a 1-story house that was very small. It was technically a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. My parents added on a room that was the laundry room / my bedroom as I got older. So my brother and I didn't have to share a bedroom anymore. But it was a very tiny house. You could probably, you know, take some big skips and make it across the entire house in not too many skips. But so for me, our house is like 4 or 5 times the size probably of the house we grew up in, maybe not quite that. So to me, it's big, and it's a luxury to have a second floor because I didn't grow up with that. So um, yeah, for me, our house is a little bit big, and we've filled it with a lot of stuff. But right now, it's mostly store stuff, furniture, a lot of furniture, a lot of boxes. So I can't wait to open the store, get things set up there, and then we can really decide on what's going in the online store, what are we going to destash, what are we going to just try and purge of things. It's going to be good. Danette says, oh no, what happened? I'll rewatch tomorrow and see what happened. What do you mean, Danette? What am I talking about? What happened? I don't know. I don't know. So, what else? That's about it, y'all. I don't have a lot today because I've been working on the Johnstown building most of the day. So that was my day. And I feel like we've not been able to get a lot done there. We talk about having to do a lot of stuff. We've been organizing and planning, but actually doing the work, this is like getting started doing the work. Trying to find time and money, right? They're both at a slow point right now. So we're doing the best we can to get it up and do our soft opening this next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend. Danette says, I thought you had said something about the day you had. Me, it's just been crazy. I went up to the Johnstown store and took down shelving today. Took down shelving, ran around, did some other errands, came here real quick, and got this ready for the live. It's been a day, but it's been a pretty good day. It's been productive. I'll say it's been productive, but tiring. Suzanne says, what color are you painting? Probably the same colors we showed before. I think we showed the swatches. I don't have them here. It's going to be, I think we're still planning on doing the kind of warm tone greens. We did the cold tone greens in the other store, and it always distorted all the colors when people would take pictures there. And when we try and get pictures there, colors were always blown out or distorted and changed. So we're thinking with a warmer tone, kind of sage-ish green, that hopefully taking pictures there will be more realistic and be a little bit better. And we like the idea of green. It seems like a very calming color. And I like the store in green. I'm happy with the store in green. So I think that's what we're going to do. Andrew's been talking about some maybe like, I think he was talking about maybe some ivory kind of accents, white or ivory accents. I don't know. I don't know if we're still going to do all that or what we're going to do. We got to get the green up over the red. The red is very, it makes the store look very small. And even though I love red, and generally red is in restaurants and retail, they tell you red is a color that makes people want to go fast. So a lot of times restaurants will have red dining rooms or red curtains. And the idea for that is that red helps them turn tables. It's not a color that makes you want to stay. It makes you want to go. So turning tables and getting more customers in when you have red around. So we don't want people to come in the store and feel like they want to leave right away. We want people to feel like they can come in and look and take some time. So and hang out with us. So I think we're going to do green. Anne says, if Andrew is still looking for other portrait suggestions, let Lena Horn. I hope people like those pendants. They are so fun. We sold a number of them, not as many as I thought we might. So if you missed yesterday, we did acrylic pendants, portrait pendants. We used our own artwork to make pendants inspired by some famous people. We'll see. Really, the amount of work that we put into them, I'm not sure that it made it. So we'll see if we continue to do them. Otherwise, those may be the last of what we do. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't put them on the website yet, so that's another thing. I haven't had time to do that yet. So that might change. I don't know. But right now, as I would say, it's probably the amount that we sold from the live is probably not an amount that would make it into a project that we would expand on. So we'll see how it goes. Sometimes we get people watching late, so we'll see over the next week or so if we get more orders for them and if I can get them online here, what that does. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But we will pass that along. Pass that along. Anne says, I totally picture those made up into a necklace similar to Andrew's sample with the luster pendant, cluster of pearls, and crystals to highlight the glamour. Yeah, we were actually going to sell crystal strands with those. We had an idea of selling that with the pendants with the crystal strands, but that kind of changed last minute because I was going to do the live show from here, and most of our crystals are here. And then we switched it to home because Andrew was going to come here and bring them to me because I had been here working all day. But then he was running late, so he said, can you just come home and do it? And I came home to do it, but I couldn't grab all the crystal strands. So, but yes, I agree. I think they'd be really cool, glitz and glamour like. And Andrew's talking about using some different acrylics. He liked the idea of a white background because one of the frosted clear was sitting on a piece of white paper, and he's like, that looks really good. So who knows? We may do more. We'll see what happens. You can't judge everything by the first day, for sure. And I have not checked my email today to see if any more of them sold because I have been away all day. So we'll see. We'll see. But the first wave of them, I know a few of you out there watching grabbed a few. Thank you. But the first wave of them, we did not sell that many. So we'll see how it goes. And they're kind of a lot of work. It's a lot to do the artwork. And then we color each one in by hand. They have to be colored in. It has to dry. Then they have to be wiped away. So we're selling them at $8, which is the same price of all of our other acrylic pendants that we don't have to do any of that work too. So we wanted to start them out at like $8 so that they would be, if they were going to sell, they were going to sell. Really, they should be the $10 or $12 price point probably because we put extra work into each one. But we wanted to see how they go. And so we're giving it a chance and we'll see what happens. And it says, yeah, sounds work intensive. They are a little bit. It's not crazy, but if we were making a bunch of them, it could get crazy. So we'll see. Suzanne says, I'm making mixed match earrings with mine. That'd be cool. That'd be very cool. Yeah, so that's that. I'm glad some of you like them though. We weren't sure if anybody would like them. We have had people ask for them, and I don't know about if everyone who's been asking for them has seen the video. So I also didn't share the video well. We didn't go on Instagram with the video, so it's a whole thing. It might just be that it's the kind of time and place. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, I'm going to get started. How about we get started today? Because I'm going to try and grab some groceries at some point later tonight, maybe. We'll see. So let me flip the camera around here. Hey, Susan. Thanks for joining us. I see you're just joining us here today. Susan, were you in yesterday? I don't know if we saw your name yesterday. Andrew was asking if you were there because we did some of the pendants of some famous, inspired by famous actresses of the golden screen. What do they call that? Golden Globes I have in my head right now. Anyway, and he said he knows you generally like those movies too. So if you didn't see yesterday's show, check it out. I've been a bit under the weather the past couple of days, just starting in the background. Okay, well, hopefully you feel better. Hopefully you're getting better every day a little bit better. All right, everybody. We're going to start, as I said, with LG31. LG31. And these, we've had these in strands before, and I took some strands apart because I said maybe people don't need a whole strand. They just want a few. These are these very high-end, oh, let me put up the banner too. I guess I should talk about it. I just assume you all watching know what you're doing. Most of you do. If you want to order from this video, though, you send an email to info@allegorygallery.com. Put LG31, for example, in the subject line. Whatever this number is, put that in the subject line. If you want 2 of them, put ×2. If you want 5 of them, ×5. And hit send. That's all you need to do. You don't need anything in the body of the email. I generally just look at the subject lines and just make sure you're sending it to info@allegorygallery.com. It needs to be allegorygallery.com. All right. And so this is LG31. These are those pyrite, but these are these high-end pyrite that you see the actual, there's also other stone in with them. You see that? You don't see that very often anymore. And these are super pretty. So these are $2.50 each only. I try to make all these prices good so that if you were wanting to make earrings out of them, and we'll do our best if you buy them by the pair to match them up for you, but sometimes that's not entirely possible. But these are really nice. You do not see pyrite like this very often anymore with the gemmy parts in there. If you're seeing that, hopefully you can see that in the camera. It's a really unique pyrite, and I think it would be great for a bracelet or some earrings. They're only $2.50 each. LG31. LG31. Because I know we've shown those strands before, and we've sold a lot of the strands. We had like 2 or 3 of those strands, I think. We had the one left, and I'm like, maybe people just don't want the full strand. So let's take a look. So that's what we're doing today on a number of these. This is another one that is gorgeous. This is vintage ocean jasper. And this is a really high quality, nice ocean jasper. Let me show you these. And there are different ones. So if you want one that is more white, if you want one that is more green, you can request it. I can't guarantee it when you request, but I will do my best. These are about 18 millimeter by about 13 millimeters. And these are these, what are these, cylinders? And they're not quite, they're a little bit rounded, which is nice. They have a nice look to them. But look at the quality of this ocean jasper. Just beautiful, whether it's the darker ones or the lighter ones. You can really see those kind of lines in there and the circles in there. I love these lighter ones, but maybe you also want some of the darker ones. These are only $3 a bead. And like some of these are so green, they're like a blue green. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. And I hope you love them. I think they're great. It's a great deal, $3 each. The nice thing about this is we're going to have more bowls of beads for the new store whenever, if y'all don't buy these all. So we're starting out with some nice bowls of beads. And this is the kind of thing that people will pick up in the store because you want to make a pair of earrings. It's like, oh, here, let me grab these. And maybe not those 2. See, like I said, sometimes we can't do pairs. This is a really pretty one. I'd probably pair it with this one, right? Probably pair it with that one. And be like, oh, for $6, I can make a pair of earrings with some wire, some ear wires. Ear wires are like $1, $1.50. So for less than $10, I can make a pair of earrings with this beautiful ocean jasper. And if you've already got the other materials, even better. LG32, $3 each. Let me know what you think of these stones as we go along. I'd love to hear your comments because it helps me know that people are still interested. It also helps the algorithms when you comment. Facebook knows that, hey, people are commenting on this. This is interesting. Other people might want to see this. Let me actually show this video to other people in their timelines. That helps. It helps a lot when that happens, when you all comment. YouTube is the same way. We actually get analytics on how many people have commented and all that in the background on these platforms. So it really does help if you talk and let me know what you think as we go through. So these are $3 each. And these are these wonderful, very light lavender amethyst that are cut in this kind of almost flower-like design, but in these pillars. And it's super, super beautiful light, this lavender. You see that hint, just like a little kiss of purple in them. Very light amethyst. And they're $3 each, LG 33. Marion says, I like the ocean jasper in the green blue. Me too. Me too. Susan says, Anne, I really want to read the London Seance Society. I read Sarah Penner's first novel, The Lost Apothecary. I sent a copy to a friend who made it her first book in her retirement. Nice. Susan says, I have those. I wasn't sure if they were quartz or amethyst. They are amethyst. They are amethyst. They're very light. They're very light. And now we're selling them. We've had a few strands of these. Now we're selling them for those of you who may just want, I mean, wouldn't they make spectacular earrings? I keep saying earrings, but imagine those dangling. Imagine those dangling. LG 33, $3 each. On to London Seance Society is fantastic. It sounds like I got to put that one on my Audible list. And says, I love The Lost Apothecary. The London Seance Society will not disappoint. I was so engrossed the other day I missed my bus stop. Oh boy. That means a lot. I'm definitely going to have to check that out. I feel like I've heard about that book from somewhere. Is this my number? No. This is the wrong number. Where's the next one? Some of these jumped out of order. Here it is. Susan says that means it's really good then, right? LG 34. LG 34 are these just beautiful rose quartz. These are natural rose quartz. They are nice and pink. It's hard to sometimes see pink, but these are really nice colored. $1.50 each only. Beads are drilled this way. Use them in a little bracelet or use them in earrings. You could use them on a little chain. Just do a little ball pin or head pin, put a little loop, put a chain, make them a very simple drop on a chain for $1.50. Make a little necklace, sell it for $10. Done. Done, right? So rose quartz. Everybody loves rose quartz. And these are nice little natural nuggets. Drilled. $1.50 each. Remember, if you want more than one, also put that in the comments. LG times LG number, so like LG 35 times 2, for example. This is sardonyx. This is sardonyx. Some of these are more black with just a few, like a little kiss of a color. You can see that in there, I think. Some of them have more, a little bit more color to them. Some of them have even more. Like this. And then up to some of them have a lot of different coloring in them. These are $4 each only. These ones are about 38.5 millimeters by 14 millimeters. 38.5 millimeters by 14 millimeters, and they're $4 each. $4 each. Sardonyx. As a strand, this was a kind of rather expensive strand, so we figured maybe people would prefer to buy them individually. So we broke up the strand. And it never hurts to have a little sardonyx. Some of these sardonyx almost look blue, which is wild. I don't know if you can see this, but that one almost looks blue. Isn't that cool? I know I'm wearing a blue shirt, but I don't think that's it, because I'm pretty far away. So I think they're really cool. It's that gray color in it, right? That gray with the black. Sometimes it looks a little blue. Are you all finding anything you like here so far? I don't have my email up, so I can't even tell you where we're at. So I didn't even check to see how many of each one we have before we started, because I was rushing to get all this done. So I apologize, but hopefully you're finding some stuff. These are super cool. These are leopard jasper. Leopard jasper, and these are only $1 each. Look at how beautiful these are. Leopard jasper. Just really lovely. $1 each only. You like those? I like these a lot. These are some of my favorite ones tonight, actually, because I just love this leopard jasper. I think it's really fantastic. So hopefully you do too. What else have you all been doing out there lately? Seen any good movies, any good TV shows lately? A lot of people talking about books today. What have you been watching? What's going on? I hear the Pirates won. I saw that. These are Amazonite hand-carved leaves. And they are drilled through the top this way. Hello, Michelle. Thanks for joining us. Amazonite hand-carved leaves. These are $4 each. Beautiful. They're not just like a generic, like, here's a line with some lines. These are like actually really nicely carved leaves. And I think these are a really good price, $4 each. As Andrew always says, when you are buying hand-carved things like this, you are you have to pay for generally the full stone, right? You're paying for the material you get, but you're also paying for the material that's lost. And so I think at $4 each, these are a really good deal, because I think these are worth by themselves $4 each without having that material in there. So this is LG 37, hand carved Amazonite, really beautiful natural Amazonite. This is a deep, like, look at these colors. Look at the colors in these. Even the back sides of, I'm not even really showing you the back sides, but the back sides of these are gorgeous. Danette says Pirates aren't winning tonight, losing 3-0. Oh no. Susan's watching Skinwalker Ranch on the History Channel right now. I don't know what that is. Marion says hockey is the sport here in Edmonton. Go Oilers. Is it still hockey season? Is it still hockey? My cousin or my nephew is done playing hockey. His hockey ended here. So Michelle says, love Skinwalker Ranch. I think y'all talked about this before. I've never watched it yet. Michelle says we are behind on all of our episodes. So this is Amazonite leaves, hand-carved leaves, Pairs are kind of available if you want. We'll try and match them up as best as we can for you. But just know, you know, they're each different. They're each hand carved. But I will always try and match up what I can for you. LG 37, $4 each. All right, what's next? Ooh, this is one. I love this strand. Okay, so this is Eagle Eye. Oop, Eagle Eye. And I don't know if you can see, it has such a beautiful, there's a chatoyance to it. Let me pull a few more out of this bag here so you can see more variety in these. It has such a pretty effect. And these are $3 each, and these are about 25 millimeters by about 15 and a half. 25 millimeters by 15 and a half. Olympics are coming up, says Suzanne. Are they? Is it a year for the Olympics? I lose track. That's cool, though. It used to be as a kid, I feel like the Olympics to me were such a big thing. Like, I guess because we only had a few channels on the TV, so everyone was talking about it. Now I totally sometimes miss that it's an Olympic year. Anne says, I recently really enjoyed a limited Netflix series called Queen about Taylor in Paris. Wait, about Taylor in Paris being called back to his hometown in Poland. I feel like that sounds familiar. I don't know if we watched that or not. I have a really hard time remembering what I watch sometimes. July is the Summer Olympics. Huh. And this is also a movie called The Outside Story about the day of a guy locked out of his apartment. That sounds like something I would watch for sure. So this is Eagle Eye. Really pretty, really nice stone. I could see these on just as a single drop on a chain, and for $3 you could sell those, upsell those quite a bit. Just put it on a little nice chain and done. Really nice. LG 38. Okay. LG 39. Check those out. Now, chrysoprase or chrysocolla? Chrysocolla, right? I always mix those two up, and it's always when I'm live that I realize that I didn't write down the right one. So these are $6 each. Big nuggets. Chrysocolla. Hey, there's Andrew. Chrysocolla. Yes, that's what I thought. Chrysocolla. Chrysocolla. Drilled this way. Nuggets. Big nuggets. We've sold these, I think, by the strand before, and we've sold these in lots before. So now you're getting the chance to buy them individually. Only $6 each. Chrysocolla. And I would say that there's 2 pair there if you really wanted to. And says, I always remember that chrysoprase looks like mint chocolate chip. See, that confuses me because chrysoprase, to me, Andrus's chrysoprase looks like mint chocolate chip. So these are chrysocolla. Chrysoprase, I think a chrysoprase, like, I don't know. That confuses me because I think of chrysoprase as just the green, the really bright, beautiful green. Um, this to me looks more like a mint chocolate chip. I don't know. That's why I get confused. I guess I'm thinking about like the gem quality, just the green. Michelle says, I am confused now. So these are chrysocolla. These are chrysocolla. Let's not get too confused. Chrysocolla, like I said, these are beautiful. I would do them probably in pairs like that and like that if you wanted pairs, just so you can see what I would how I would separate them. There are only these 4 available, and these $6 each. LG 39. How you doing, Andrew? Did you get my text message? I can't check my text messages, so I don't know if you replied to me. Am I allowed to sell the things that I asked you if I can sell? I was telling everyone, and I'm waiting to hear back because I don't dare sell them if I'm not allowed. But I was going to add a few to the end of this this series, if so. Okay, these are only $2 each. They're about 15 by 20 millimeter, I believe. 15 by 20. And these are green African jasper. Green African jasper. Andrew says, yes, if people are interested. Oh, good. Because I found those and I was like, these are in a special box. And I wasn't sure if I was allowed. And I think people might really like them. Sandra says, mint chrysoprase mint chocolate chip because it's a lighter green. That's what it always confuses me. Chrysoprase, Marion says, chrysoprase is a mint green with brown. This chrysocolla is more of a turquoisey with brown. Okay. Yeah, I know the green. I just got to get that in my head. Andrew says, the chrysoprase is slightly translucent and minty green. Chrysocolla is opaque and looks more like blue-green turquoise, but is dark green. Yeah, chrysoprase is really a chalcedony, right? And if you get a really nice quality, you can see that more. If I've gotten that the right way around. Chrysoprase, I think, is a chalcedony. Okay, so these are really beautiful green African jasper. And I just love these. Look at those. Look how nice those are. Natural stones. Really nice kind of coloring. Really nice veining in those. Look how pretty. They look like a turquoise, but they're a green African jasper. So they're only $2 each. LG 40. LG 40. Andrew said these are earthy and delicious, right? Don't eat the beads, but they're delicious looking. I just love this strand. There's only, I think, we only have this one strand left. And so I took it apart for y'all and offered it here. These aren't just like, the stuff I'm showing y'all is not just like throwaway stuff. Like we don't just have these boxes and we're just, you know, like this is, these are nice strands that I've taken apart purposefully to show you. Andrew says, wouldn't that make a nice bracelet or pair of earrings, right? I think so. I think I'm wearing people out maybe by keep saying earrings, 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 but I think it's good. I think it's true. I think most of the things that we're selling today are really great for earrings. And it's a really cheap way. Like these are only $2.50 each. And look at these. These are faceted teardrop carnelian. Faceted teardrop carnelian. They're drilled, top drilled. Wouldn't those make amazing little earrings? Andrew says, oh, only $2.50 a bead? What? Right? If you like the lighter ones, there are lighter ones like these. So glowy, right, Andrew? And if you like the stripy ones, there are stripy ones like these. Only $2.50 a bead. How can you go wrong with those? I don't think you can. even if you wanted to do them, I keep going back, but if you do them, you know, wrap them through here, wrap, 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 make a little wrap, make a little drop out of this, put it on a tiny chain, one of those thin chains, and you've just got an immediate little gemstone necklace for $2.50 plus some chain, which can be inexpensive, and some wire, which can be very inexpensive. Copper wire, wrap them in copper. They're already carnelian, they're copper colored. They go great with copper. It's a cheaper metal wire. Or you can do it up in silver if you really want, or gold if you really want, right? But $2.50 a bead, LG 41. And these are nice. And I do have, if you want a lot of these, I have more strands that I can cut up. So that one is one that I would say if you're interested in kind of more of them, we can get you more of those. Some of these are very limited. I'm not going to say we have tons of these, but I'm willing to open up another strand if somebody, for some reason, wants a good bit of those. Because I think that's a really good price and a really good deal for y'all. All right, LG 42 coming up. Oh, I should have, did I measure those for you? I didn't. I got the, hold on, everybody. Let me put this back out. LG 41, back to this. I didn't measure these. I wanted to measure these for you. So they're about 13 millimeters by about 13 millimeters. So they're about 13 millimeters height and width. Right. I started touching this to do that, and then I started talking and then didn't do that. Whoa! Whoa! Can't get in there. Andrew said, mix it with a contrasting color for spring and summer vibes, or start planning for fall. Absolutely. Now these are a really good, I'm like, is that the right paper? $2 each only. Blue Apatite. $2 a bead. This should have been more. $2 a bead. Blue Apatite. Look at the beauty. I love the ones that have more of the matrix in them. A little bit rougher. I love that myself, but maybe you want some that are more blue. I like with the brown. But look at those. Beautiful blue Apatite. And they look like some they look like they're like a little bit falling apart. They're not. They're solid, don't worry. It's just the nature of the stone. So these are $2 each only. That looks like petersite to Susan. No, these are much more glowy than petersite. I don't know if you can see it in person. Let me see. Maybe my light is too far away here. But these are, they have a glow to them that is not like petersite. I don't know if you can see that. They're definitely different in person. Andrew said, I like how even though they're cut and polished, they still have some of the natural qualities of the stone. Yes, sometimes when you polish things away, you lose it. But these are nice. These are nice. Yeah, these have a little bit of gemminess to them compared to petersite. They don't have the same chatoyance that petersite can have, or that shampoo-y effect. Yeah, these are really pretty though. Only $2 each. Really beautiful blue. Petersite can look like this, says Andrew, but the particular blue is apatite. Yeah, it's definitely a different blue. I wish I did have. Did I have some petersite tonight? I thought I had some. I had some the other night. Maybe I was looking at that again. The petersite is generally a deeper blue. But I could see like these could go well together probably. They have the browns and the blues, and it does have that vibe. It does have that vibe together. Okay, this is 42, 43. What is 43? What did I pull here? Oh, these are nice little stones. Little acid etched agates. Little mix of them. I don't know if I have exact pairs. You'd probably get a mix if you wanted multiples. But I think there were kind of generally some that went together more than others, even though they're not the same pattern. But these are $2.50 each. Hey, I pulled the two that do have flowers on them. Those two have flowers. These two could go together, right? It'd be similar. Andrew says, but yeah, Petersite looks like swirling planets to me. Yeah, it has that swirly, swirly effect. These two could go together, maybe. They'd just be a little different. So I don't quite have like this one. I don't know. But if you don't mind not having pairs or mismatched pairs, we have acid etched agates. They are $2.50 each. Let me pick one and just give you a general size on them. About 10.5 millimeters by 14. 10.5 by 14. I like these. I like these a lot. These are ones I did not have a whole strand of. These are ones that we had separate. So I don't have a whole strand of the same. But if you like those, we did have some of the whole strand of the same kinds in the online store at one point. I don't know if we still do or not. That was 43. 44 up next. Andrew says, if someone is that close to tell them apart, they are too close, right? So these are LG44. These are $1.50 each, and these are wooden beads, not gemstones. They're wood, but I figured I'd throw them in here because I saw the strand. I like this strand. There's one strand of these available. $1.50 each for the wooden beads. Nice, beautiful dark wood. Natural wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of them available. And these are generally about 33 millimeters by 15. 33 by 15 millimeters. Just some nice wood beads. $1.50 each. Oops, sorry. And I like the shape of these. I like the shape. Flattened on one side, on the two sides. Andrew, what should I pick up for dinner? I'm trying to get through this live so that we can eat some dinner. Andrew says, I remember when we first opened the store, we mostly sold loose beads, and we had all these little crystal dishes and bowls. I know. And now I'm like, maybe we should go back to doing some of that because people seem to like this loose stuff. And in Johnstown, I think that might be a thing we might get to do. Okay, these are 35 cents each. And these are little carnelian smooth rondelles. And they are about 8 millimeters. And they're a nice, deep carnelian. And they're 35 cents each. So if you just want a few to use as spacers or as earrings, just maybe the end, you know, like as a stopper on an earring. Andrew says it felt magical. I know, right? And Andrew says, ooh, I love these. They feel so good. Andrew's like, bracelet, right? Even if you just put a few, like take a head pin, right? Or take a piece of wire and put like 10 of them together or 5 of them together, right? And use that little grouping on a bracelet like that. And I think that could be really cute, right? Whoa, come back here. Come back here, little carnelian. So these are only 35 cents each. I got a little bag of them. And if you like those, I think they're a good price just to grab a few of those. And remember, with everything tonight, you're helping us out with our move. As I said earlier today, I was up in Johnstown today taking shelving down, and I got most of the shelving all down that on the left-hand side of the store that we wanted to get down. So I got that done, and then I rushed back here to do the live. Andrew says, people talk smack about memory wire, but it's an easy way to make a bracelet. Yeah, it is. Easy to make a bracelet. And you know what? I'm telling you, people love memory wire bracelets. It's one of the most requested things in our store is, do you have memory wire? Because everyone starting out starts with memory wire, and they are super easy to they're super easy to sell, super easy to make. Andrew says, oh, that's good. I was so wore out today. Yeah, I know. You were up late, late, late. These are acid etched agate again, about 8 millimeters. These little gray, these are super gemmy and beautiful. I don't know. It's so hard to see. See, look at that. Look how clear, gemmy those are. You see, can you see that? They're really nice. Some of them are darker. They got that dark kind of almost blue color. Some are a little bit more yellow. Some are light gray. Super light gray. But these are the acid etched agate. Look at those. They're only 80 cents each. Interesting. I love these. Kept these for myself from the Tucson haul 2 years ago. Yeah. And I had one strand here that Andrew didn't keep, or maybe he did and I found it. I don't know, Andrew, sorry. But I took it apart, and these are only 80 cents each. So when you're thinking, like, look how fun those are. Beautiful colors. And so I have like a strand's worth of them here. So I don't know how many there are. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to count everything before. Andrew says, I know Anne made some nice earrings with the lighter ones. Yeah, these are nice. I like this darker color. I like this darker color. Look at those in there. Oh, so nice. So 80 cents each. Hopefully you like them. G47. So I have some more eagle eye beads to go with the eagle eye. We had the eagle eye. Oh, what's that shape called? Sometimes I lose my. Where were they? Where are they? Where are you? This shape. There you go. That shape right there. Ovals, kind of pointy ovals. We have some rounds if you're looking to match them up. This is 10 millimeter rounds. Marquee, that's the word, Andrew. Thank you. You would think I'd know that. But let me show you. Like, look at this. What if you did like something like that, right? How pretty are those together? And then you got all that flash from the eagle eye. Do something like that, make an earring, make a necklace, make a pendant, make a bracelet. You can get multiple of these. These are $1.50 each. And these are a little bit more expensive. I know they're $1.50 for a 10 millimeter, right? But these are a very nice quality. I couldn't go lower than that on these. I wish I could have, but I know it seems like a lot compared to maybe some of the other things we've been pricing. But these are just such a nice quality. And I think that's why we still have some of these strands around, because the strands are a little bit more expensive. So I figured divide them up. And between the marquee cut at $3, put another 2 of these with it, like I showed you, $6, and you have a nice pendant or one earring right? Out of a pair. Or a nice little focal for a bracelet for only $6. Okay. LG48. These are really cool. I have never, this is mangano calcite. Mangano calcite. I have never in the history of our store seen this before, other than these ones that we have. They're cut like this, which is a fun cut. Mangano, M-A-N-G-A-N-O. Mangano calcite. Approximately 31.5 millimeters by 25 millimeters. And we have 5 of these. Andrew says it's more pink in real life. Yes, that's a good thing to say, Andrew, because I forgot to look at my screen. I've been looking at them. They are more pink in real life. Michelle says, yeah, I don't know this one. I think these are just really cool. Andrew said these are from when we first opened. Yeah, I have never seen this again, honestly. And they're so beautiful. Yeah, I wish I could show you the real pink, because it's a light pink. It's a super light pink, but it's definitely more pink than in the camera. Andrew says you probably won't see them again, right? Have you ever seen mangano calcite anywhere else? And in that shape, look at that little fluted cut. So that's like, I don't know how, that's such a beautiful cut. And there are some here that are a little bit like, these two are a little bit more gemmy, while these 3 are a little bit more, they have a little bit more opaque to them. Opaqueness? Opacity? That's opacity is the word, right? So there they are, only $4 each. I say get them all. That's worth it. They're a little bit maybe heavy for earrings, but they'd be great as a bracelet or as a little pendant, or as a pendant this way. Just really cool. And, you know, some people would have no problem with those as earrings, honestly. But I'm not going to break out the gram scale to tell you all of that. They would be here forever, right? That was 48. 49. LG 49. I have 3 large jasper ovals. Andrew says, I made a big necklace with a few of these with gray, Botswana agate, and pale pink. Oh, I remember that necklace now that you say that. I wasn't even thinking about that, but yes, you did. Yeah, with some Botswana agate, or like, oh, now I want to put, like, just let's go back here a little bit. With this, can you put some gray with that? Maybe these eagle eye pieces. Like, look how beautiful those are together. Put some of those eagle eye rounds in there. Oh, make a beautiful little bracelet with those. Or you could use them as accents on a necklace too. Only got a few of them. Only got, what, 5 of those, so. Andrew says one of the hookers snatched it off the mannequin, I bet. I remember that one. It was really pretty. LG 49, these are very large. These are 40 millimeters by 30 millimeter jasper ovals. And I love this one. I love these lines, this particular one. I don't know why, but I love this piece. It looks like, I don't know. I just really took, he says, and by hookers, we're talking rug hookers, yes. If you don't know, they used to come through Ligonier. But there's also this one, And there's this one. LG49, only $5 each. And sorry, my nails all buggered up. I really smashed it a little bit today doing the deconstruction that I did. All right, there's LG49. Oh, Andrew said I have a new ACEO drop soon. I was telling them that I said you were working on them, but I wasn't sure if they were ACEOs or just that size. So it is a new ACEO that he's working on for sure. Here's another Jasper. These are the same size, I believe. Yep, 30 by 40 millimeters. And these are $5 each also. Boy, these are much prettier in person than I feel like they're coming across on here. Andrew says, we fell off making the monthly ACEOs. And says, I'm excited about the ACEO. Yeah, it's a cute one this time, I think. So LG50, $5 each for these, only 3 of them available. If you have a particular favorite that you want to try for when you request these, you can take a screenshot and send it in the email too. That goes for any of these stones, but just know I can't guarantee it. All right. LG51. These are just fun. These are just really fun. These are an agate. And these are big. 50 by 24 and a half. 50 by 24 and a half. Andrew says the ACO is an Aurora Borealis kitty. And these are slightly, you can see, they're beveled in this kind of wave shape. And only $5 each. Marion says April kind of got away from Andrew. April got away from everybody. I don't know where April went. Definitely got away from me. So I have a number of these available. I'm just showing you a few of these. They're slightly twisted. Yeah, it's like if somebody took the straight one and just went a little bit off, which I love. There are a few more of these. These are the ones. So there they are. And LG51, $5 each. I think those are really pretty. Great for a pendant, right? You could use it in line in a necklace to really stand out a little bit, but those are great for just a drop pendant. And for only $5 for your pendant, for your focal, that's a good price. Michelle says, April was hectic. Yeah, it was. Andrew said, the folks who love ACOs love them, but they didn't take off like we had hoped. No, they did not. No, they did not. But we do know some people, diehard fans, and we appreciate that. Okay. Some more beautiful agates. These are $5 each as well. Generally, if you claim something like these, like you can see this one's a little bit less colored and patterned. than the others. Generally, my way of thinking is that most people who are going to claim these want one that's more patterned. So if you don't say anything, you're probably going to get like one of these. But if you want the one that has less color, less pattern, more plain, you can request that specifically. But that would be like the last one to go, probably, in my eyes. And maybe that's not right, but I feel like, though, if you're seeing a lot like this, you're probably going for a specific kind of one of the patterned ones in it. These are also, I think, about the same. They're 25, is that 50? 25 by 50, and they're slightly twisted. Some of them are thinner than the others, though, too. Like these two are thinner than these two, which are thinner than these two. And then there's this one, which is kind of like the first ones. Suzanne says, agate is so colorful, right? And these are $5 each. $5, everybody. That's a deal. That's a steal for a focal, if you're using it that way. That was 52, 53, 53. These, I believe, are dyed coral. I'm pretty sure they're dyed. It's a dyed coral. But I think they're really nice. And they're drilled, kind of top drilled. So they're drilled through the top like that. All right. So dyed coral, $3 each only. Andrew says, when I first came into contact with them, I was teaching at Art Fest, and they had a meetup in the cafeteria, and people were swarming it. And it was one of those, we're swarming, and it was like 1 million degrees, and people were getting on chairs, and it was like a feeding frenzy. Anyway, it was an ATC swap, and it was such cool energy. At the time, I was living in New York and moving a lot, so I appreciated that you could have an entire art collection and not take up huge amounts of space. So these beads are about 19.5 millimeters by 15.5, just to check on one of them. And LG53 dyed coral. And you can see that coral effect in there pretty much on each one. This one is kind of cool. But really pretty color on those. LG53 dyed coral, $3 each only. And there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them available. That's it. 8 of them available, and that's it. This came from Andrew's little hoard. Sorry, Andrew. I don't know if I was supposed to take those, but I did. I did. Guess it hit 9 o'clock. Is that what time it is? Can't even see. I have no computer near me. Making me a little crazy. I can't be on Instagram again. All right. LG 54. These are natural serpentine. And I have a number of them. Natural serpentine. It's 6 there, says Michelle. Okay, so it is 9 o'clock. I couldn't tell if my screen just dimmed or if I've been looking at it for a while that way. These are natural serpentine. Look at how pretty these are. Like, I know serpentine sometimes is, oh, it's serpentine, but these are super pretty. 25.3 millimeters by 25 points. So 25 millimeter squares, pretty much. And they are drilled on the diagonal. They are drilled like this, corner to corner. And you see that shape? The little wavy gravy square. Love it. LG 54, $4 each. Let me show you a few more of these from the bag. This one is drilled this way. Andrew says, when we were planning the wedding, one of the things I thought would have been fun is getting everyone together and making a bunch of cards and then swapping. We didn't ever get to do that. Not yet. Maybe someday we will. We still have to have a party. You still have to have a party someday once we get everything settled a little more. And it says cool shape on the serpentine, right? Cool shape, and I think really cool patterns in this. I think it's really cool. So LG54, $4 each. It's really beautiful in person. I don't know how it's coming across on the screen. Normally I can watch my other screen to get an idea, but this is really pretty and really nice in person. And I love that shape. LG55. This is a strand we've had around a while, and it's expensive. Nobody's bought the whole strand. This is Hyperstein. This is Hyperstein, and I think we've had people even request, will we take it apart for people? Will we split it up for people? So I finally did it. Hyperstein. These are ovals. They are 25, just about 25 millimeters by just about 18. Susan says, I love Hyperstein, right? Now, some are more black than others. Some are mostly black. If you want that, that's fine. But generally, I will pick ones that have a bit more of the flashy, reflective, silvery like that before I pick the black ones. So if you specifically want the black ones, you have to let me know. Otherwise, I will do my best. But we might sell a lot of these. I don't know. I love how it happens in these striations. Do you see that? Sorry if you hear my stomach, everybody. My stomach is growling like crazy. Look at those. Look at how beautiful those are. $6 each. Like I said, this was an expensive strand. This was very pricey, and I think that's why it hasn't sold completely. So I said, okay, here's your chance. Now some of these, the flash is on the edge, but I would hold off on sending those as long as I can. But if we do sell out of them, I will do a good mix for everybody. Andrew says, I really like the fun shapes. I was talking to a vendor and they said they weren't making different shapes as much because it's easier to do rounds. I remember back in the day they had all these wild shapes. Yeah, there's like the serpentine and that, what was that one? The Mangana agate. What was that? Or Chalcedony? Now I'm forgetting what it was and I can't find it. Anyway, yeah, very cool shapes today, and I love the shapes too. So this is Hyperstein. Really beautiful stones. These are very good quality Hyperstein calcite. Thank you. So these are Hyperstein LG55. Only a limited number. Once these are gone, that's it. This strand was Mangano calcite. Thank you, Marianne. Yes, this strand was an amazing strand, and I'm now offering it. We're offering it individually. If you'd like to grab them, now is the time for those at only $6 each. All right. That was LG55. Moving on to LG56. Some of the Hyperstein looks like star sapphires. Yeah, it's got, oh, so beautiful. I love Hyperstein. I think it's one of the most beautiful stones that nobody knows about. Okay, sorry everybody. This one's a little bit half on the strand, half off. Let me grab some of the pieces now. These are only 30 cents each. And I will, I pretty much accounted for only the larger ones. There's some smaller ones in here, but these are Dalmatian jasper, and they are drilled through the point like that. You're drilled across through the point on each of these. And I know some of you love Dalmatian jasper. I love Dalmatian jasper. Amy says, one of the last shows I went to lacked any other shapes besides round at all the vendors. Isn't that boring a little bit? Like, I know that's what sells probably, and that's the easiest, the safest sell right now, but it's so boring. Especially when you have rooms full of vendors and all you see are a bunch of rounds. So this is Dalmatian jasper in these beautiful little triangles, triangle drops. And they're only 30 cents a piece. I've got a number of them, not a ton, but a number of them at 30 cents each. Michelle says we need shapes in our lives, right? I think so. And like I said, there are small pieces on this strand, and I've pretty much accounted in my count for only the larger pieces. Andrew says there are machines that cut the rounds. A lot of the funky shapes are hand cut. Yeah, get that hand cut stuff. Okay, now Andrew can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is lepidolite. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So hexagons. And it's such a beautiful, such a beautiful stone. I can't even hold on to it. I'm trying to, there we go. Get two hands in there. Keeps flipping out of my hand. And they're drilled through there like that. Look at how gorgeous these are. Andrew says, if I was independently wealthy, I'd buy one of those bead machines and do all the stones people never do, right? That'd be fun. These are so pretty. They're $3 each. And I believe, like I said, I believe this is lepidolite. This one even has a little bit, some of these have a little bit of even of green through them. And I know, I know green tourmaline can grow with lepidolite. I don't know for certain that that's what that is. But I just love that. Love, love, love these. And this was a fairly expensive strand as well. Like I said, these are $3 each. But beautiful stones. Andrew says, there was a cabbing machine I was on the fence with. Someone was clearing out their relative's collection of lapidary equipment. Susan says, shapes have character, right? Andrew says, I think they are. Yeah, I think these are lepidolite. I started looking, and I'm pretty sure. Marion says, I have two pieces of lepidolite on my little rock collection. Nice. Yeah, we had some lepidolite in the store in rock form. It's such a pretty light purple color. Sometimes you can get it really like a darker purple, but I love it when it's like this. I love these. LG 57, $3 each. Oh, and I didn't give you a size, I don't think, on those, did I? About 15.3, 15 and a half or so millimeters. 15.3. Let's see how, 15 and a half. 15.2, somewhere in there, 15 and a half millimeters. Sandra, what is L50? Lepidolite. Lepidolite. Andrew agreed. Lepidolite. Beautiful, lepidolite. Like I said, you can find lepidolite that is a darker purple sometimes. The stones, the raw stones that we've had in the store, are this lighter color, this lighter purple color. And that is LG, or loose gemstone 57. And LG 58 is more lepidolite, but it is in a different shape. So wouldn't those be cool together, right? These are this little chiclet kind of shape, elongated chiclet shapes. This is about 8 millimeters by about 13 and a half. 8 millimeters by 13 and a half. And these are $2 each. Amy says, I love seeing the IG posts of jewelry design team in Denmark that cuts their stones in-house to fit their design vision. That's cool. I've not seen that. I don't know how I missed that. This is also lepidolite. So if you were combining these, LG 57 and 58, look at those together. And these are cut whereas that would match up like that, like that, like that. Andrew says, you're going in the time machine. These are ones we had when we first opened, right? I used to store these in baby food jars, he says. So this is 58 here, the $2 each ones. These were 57. They were $3 each if you're interested, if you missed them. This is LG 58 lepidolite, little lepidolite chiclets, $2 each. I didn't find them in baby food jars now, though. Didn't find them in baby food jars now. All right. LG 59. I think I gave you a really good deal on these. These are carved, I believe, carved shell, hand-carved shell. Andrew can tell me if I'm wrong. He says I reappropriated the baby food jars. LG 59, $3 each. And I may have underpriced these. I think they're shell, unless they're like mother of pearl, then I maybe underpriced them. Andrew said, oh, these were mine. Sorry, Andrew. I can take them off the table if you really want them. He says you did underprice them. So should I not sell them, Andrew? Are they really off the table? Because I was rooting around, everybody. I was rooting around finding things. And I found this bag of these. So if Andrew wants to keep them, they may not be available. I may have to take them away. Or change the price. Let me know, Andrew. They are dragons. I know, I was just looking at that. They have, you can see scales, and you can see, Andrew says, yeah, take them away. Okay. Nobody, sorry, everybody. LG 59, off the table. Can't have them. He finally decided. He's like, those are mine. Those are mine. Sorry, everybody. So there's no LG 59 tonight. No LG 59. Michelle says, Andrew's hidden beads. Bye-bye 59, says Marianne. He's like, for one, you're giving it too good of a price, right? For two, they're mine. All right, LG 60 then. LG 60. These are connectors, so they have a hole drilled here and a hole drilled here. There are 4 of them available. They're $5 each. Anne says, I thought that was a fantastic deal. Very beautiful. They were fun to see. Yeah, I wasn't sure what they were exactly, so I was like, let's get a price here on those. Andrew says they are hand carved and they're like $9 each. Well, there we go. We're not doing them at $3 each then. See what happens when you fall asleep when I'm rooting through your things? We almost sell things for 1/3 of the price. So we have these, $5 each. Let me just size one for you here to give you an idea. 32.5 millimeters by 46.5 millimeters. And again, these are connectors, only $5 each, drilled at top and bottom or left and right, however you want to use those. LG60. Now, Andrew says I can sell some of these other things. So I didn't even make cards for him yet. So I'm going to, as we go here, make cards. And I think now before I say, Andrew, these ones that I messaged you, is $6 each a good price? Is that okay? $6 each a good price? And we're going to price these as we go. I'm going to write up sheets as we go for these. LG61. Andrew, let me know if $6 each for those are good. $2? No. Sorry, Andrew. I'm not doing them at $2 each. These are too nice. Sorry, not $2 each. These are too nice. Let's meet in the middle. $4 each. $4 each. Sorry, everybody. I can't do it. I can't do it. These are, I could sell these in the store. Andrew's like bidding war. No, $4 each. $4 each. Andrew's like $3 each. No, that's not the middle. I said 6, you said 2. Because I know I can sell these in the store for more than this. I know I can. It's $2.50 each. No, $4 each, everybody. Wait till you see these. These are coins. They are 29 millimeters. This one is demortarite, so about 30 millimeters. Demortarite. They are drilled through. That would be drilled top to bottom. And look at how nice they're so nice. These are so nice. Michelle says, oh yeah, like look at these. You don't think I could sell these for more than $4 each in the store? Y'all are getting a deal. I'm sorry, I can't give you Andrew's deal because that's just crazy. They're drilled a little bit diagonally, so you can see like there. So if you put them together, they would slightly overlap, right? And that is, yeah, so they fit together like scales. And we had some other strands that y'all grabbed up that did that. It's another reason I can't do them for $2, because that diagonal drill is not always easy to get, right? It sometimes chips the stone when they're drilled like that. So these are demortarite, and I have a number of these. And so yeah. Sorry, everybody, I can't do the 2, but I'm going to do $4, and I think that's a fantastic deal. But wait, there's more. Let me find my bags, because I got to put at least one of each of these in here, because this is an on-the-fly kind of thing, so that I can keep track of which ones are which. Because I have a whole tray of these, everybody. Now, this is, oops, let me get my paper. LG 62, $4 each. These were from the 80s. We got these from a couple who used to go to Hong Kong. Yeah, just so you know, some of them are actually, like, they were made in Hong Kong. And we knew the people who went there and got these. And now, this is marked these are marked as silverleaf jasper, but I want to show you the variety. The variety in this one. Look at how stunning. Do you like these, everybody? Should I show you the whole box, or are you not really enjoying these? Do you not like my pricing? Do you not like? I like Andrew's prices better. I have this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I have 19 more lots I could do after this if y'all are interested in these. Let me know if you're interested. If nobody likes these, you're just like, I would not buy these anyway. Let me know, because I can't see if you're purchasing anything right now. My email is in the other room, and I don't know if you like these, if this is something you enjoy, if this is something you can use. But these are super light. These are earring able. I would say easily earringable, earringable. But also a pendant. Also, if you were doing a bracelet with the overlap. Andrew said these stones do have really awesome patterns. Marion says definitely worth $4. I think so too. Again, if you're just tuning in, these are about 30 millimeter little puffy rounds, but not too puffy. Like, these are really nice. When I saw this tray, I was like, how in the world have I never seen this before? Because I didn't go rooting around enough, apparently. Susan says, I like you. I just need to use up more of my stash. These will help you use up your stash, Susan. These will help you use up your stash. Cheryl says, I'm emailing. Thank you. Yeah, so these are like paintings. Yeah, and everybody, like, Andrew has a lot of these. These are more of them from that same one. More of them from that same, this is the same jasper. These are all together. These are the same bin. So you could get any of these if you request LG62. Andrew says, you don't need to go through everything. I know you don't like it when I go through everything, but you were resting, well deserved after your night, but you were still resting. Look at these. Wouldn't that be a beautiful pair? You were resting, so I had to do something for the live. So I started going through stuff. That's what happens. That's why Andrew doesn't rest very much, probably, is because he knows what happens if he rests. I start going through things. LG62 for that jasper. All right. Don't go to sleep, folks. William B. a dig. Right? Now, if you thought, now some of these do have labels. If we sell out of the ones that don't have labels, you might have to take the label off. Do a little bit of cleaning on those. But this, if you like the first demortarite, these are matte demortarite. So this is LG63, and we're going to do these all at $4 each. So LG63 matte demortarite. And again, these are diagonally drilled so that whenever if you line them up, or if you put them together, they're going to slightly overlap like scales or like armor, right? LG63 matte demortarite. These are fantastic. I was so happy when Andrew earlier said that I could sell these. I like selling things, everybody. Okay. LG64. This one is marked Picasso jasper. If you don't think this is pretty, this is like walking through a forest in the winter. That one has a little bit of residue, like I said. Some of them do. And just a little tag, that'll come off. But look at these. That's the Made in Hong Kong stickers that were on there. Look at these. This is all of these ones. This is all of the Picasso Jasper. Look how beautiful. Like, it's like a work of art. It's a natural work of art. Andrew says it reminds me of walking through the early morning mist, right? Foggy day. Isn't that that's the Fred Astaire, right? A foggy day in London town. Like in Wagner's opera, I squire and keep. You see shapes, right? Like this looks like you're walking by a fence post in the winter to me. Like you got a farm back here, you got their fence post, here's the road you're walking on. Isn't it pretty? So pretty. Acquire and keep. Oh yes, I was gonna say acquire and keep. It's like I squire, what does that mean? LG 64, $4 each. I'm gonna put some of these back in here so I know which ones are which. I'm gonna put some in the bag and some in the bin so I can keep them matched up okay. I'm gonna do them in order, so. But just in case. Anybody emailing for these or should I stop? Are you enjoying these? I can't see my email today. It's making me a little bit, I at least usually like to keep an eye on things. Now this is marked as zebra agate. Susan's enjoying, good. Zebra agate. Jermaine says keep going. Hello, Jermaine. I don't think I knew you were here. Did I know you were here? Welcome. LG 65. Suzanne says, I like them, but I'm trying to be good. I get it. Sometimes we got to try. Zebra agate. I think zebra jasper. This says agate, but I don't know that there's much agate in these. I think this is a zebra jasper. It looks like the previous one, the Picasso, was marked Picasso, but not matte. So I can't, yeah, Andrew says jasper. I think it's a zebra jasper, or it's the Picasso jasper, same thing, just not matte. Jermaine says, I haven't been here the whole time and I tend to keep quiet. Nice. Marion says, I like them, but send a request for the shiny demortarite. Good, good, good. Thank you. So this is LG 65. Put some of these back. Suzanne says there are like 9 of these. 9 of this particular one, that's it. That's all that are left. 9 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Some of them have more. Some of them have less. This I happen to show you all of them. That's all I've got. Are the 9. If you mean lots, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 more lots to go after this one. Oh, books. Sorry, I missed that conversation then. Oh, Andrew's talking about the Temeraire books. Never mind. I'm totally out of it. You just happened to say 9, and there were 9 of those on the table. All right. This one isn't marked. This one isn't marked, everybody. I'm going to say it's a moss agate. It looks like a moss agate to me. LG 66. I think it's a moss agate. Yeah, this is moss agate. I was right. Look at these. Like, where else? Do you see these anywhere else? I have not seen things. That's why I was so happy when I saw this tray, and then Andrew's like, yeah, you can sell it, because I don't see stuff like this anywhere else. I want to put these all on the website, but I don't know how many y'all are going to buy. Maybe there won't be enough to put on the website. The price is going to go up if they go on the website. These are really spectacular. LG 66, $4 each. Moss agate. Andrew says they might stay in my stash if they don't sell. Maybe. Amy says only see moss agate cabs nowadays. You know, aren't those beautiful stones? Oh. You do, you're right, you do see them a lot in cabs. And these are kind of shaped that way that you still get that beautiful cut of a cab, but it's not a cab. You can actually use it if you don't use cabs. Andrew says, I had an idea of making a collection using these. That's why I had to ask you if I could sell them, because I had a feeling these were set aside for a collection of something. What is this stone? Beautiful. But some of them look like this. Some of them look like this. Like this is a particularly pretty one. I was going to stack 3 and make a pendant. So stack, stack, stack. I don't know what stone this is. Venus jasper, Andrew said. So there you go. I did not know that. Venus jasper. $4 each. How gorgeous. There's more too, y'all. There's more. You're gonna get one if you pick them. You can say, like, if you want one that's more pink or more yellow, you can request. I can do my best, but I'm just gonna pick one out for you. Luck of the draw, right? Or if you want all of them, then you get all of them. Look at this one. Look at that one. LG 67, $4 each. Andrew said these stones do have a lot of great movement. Michelle said that's a very interesting jasper, right? Venus jasper, so. Some in the bag, some in the bin. So in case I get mixed up, I know what I've got. And I gotta count all these later. I gotta count everything later. LG 68. LG 68. $4 each. Here's another matte one. If you like the mattes. Is this a bumblebee jasper? What is that, Andrew? That has some agate goodness in there. Andrew says, I'd probably put these in a bezel frame now, really highlighting the pattern, right? Look at these. LG 68. Oh, $4 each. They're just like, they look like little wafer candies. They they feel so good. I'm just telling you, they feel really good too. They feel really good. Andrew says, looks like bumblebee, but old stock, so it's much lighter. Look at that. They just feel so good. LG 68 is matte finished. Matte finish bumblebee jasper. You make stuff with these, nobody's gonna have that. Nobody is going to be able to make the same things you're making with these unless they're AG bead fan. Jermaine says, I think you should stop showing them because I'm ordering too many. Well, sorry, Jermaine. I'm glad you like them, though, but I'm going to keep going because I want you all to see all of these. And remember, you can order multiples. There are lots. I won't say lots. There are some of each of these. Some of them are more plentiful than others. I don't know what this is called. But it's pretty. They look like this and like this mostly. So they either got the stripies or they're more like this. It's another type of, some type of jasper. Here, I'll show you the rest of them. There they are. That's all we've got. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of those ones. Russian serpentine, says Andrew, in a matte finish. Matte finish, Russian serpentine. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. I like this one better. That has some of the browns in there. The stripy has less of the browns, but maybe that's what you like. So there they are, LG 69. I'm going to put most of these back and keep a few in the bag so I can tell what's what. LG 70, $4 each. You're getting a good deal. I wanted to do $6, and I thought that was generous on these. So I hope you are grabbing them now. If you see something you like. There's a sampling of this little bin. Marion says, rain coming down a green glass window. That's really, yeah, that's a cool sight, a cool image. I like that. LG 70. I don't know the jasper agate of this. There's some agate, there's like agate in there, but then it looks like some jasper in like this part. I don't know. Maybe Andrew can, I'm sure he will once he catches up. But aren't these fiery goodness? This red orangey color. And again, if you're just tuning in, these are $4 each, and they're about 30 millimeters. I never did it this way. About 4.5, 5. Some are a little bit thicker than others. Andrew says, I can't remember. It starts with a C and there's a P in it. So sorry, don't know exactly what stone these are. They're not marked. If it comes to us, a fall forest is Marianne, right? Look at that one. Beautiful stones. LG 40, $4 each. I will pick them. If you order them, I will pick yours for you unless you send a screenshot with an exact one. Even then, can't guarantee it. I will try and match it up as best I can, though. He says, I want to say capybara, but that's not right. LOL. LG 71. LG 71 coming up. $4 each. Is this a green Amazonite? What is this, Andrew? Green jade? Green Amazonite? LG 71. I feel like I should know this stone. It's really pretty. There's only 8 of these ones. That's it. Only 8 of these. LG71. Aren't they pretty? I love the colors in there, and the darks and the lights and the kind of speckledy colors. There's a stone. I should know this. I don't know if this is a, I don't know. Is it a jade? The stone that looks like that has those colors. I should know that, but I don't know. It's not coming to me. My brain is worn out today. There they are, $4 each. Sorry, everybody. I don't know what those ones are, but they're pretty. Andrew hasn't said yet. Nephrite, says Suzanne. He says, I can't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure, everybody. And some of these are marked, and I don't think they're marked right. This one wasn't marked at all, though. LG72 coming up. This one's marked moss agate, but it is not. That is not moss agate. Moss agate paper, I think, jumped because that was in the one in front of it. This is a jasper. Andrew said it is a type of jade. So I thought jade has those little darker and light, kind of darker specks in it. I don't know what kind of jade though. This is this sesame jasper? Kiwi jasper. Andrew just said it. Thank you. Kiwi jasper. LG72, Kiwi jasper. $4 each. Andrew said Suzanne might be right. Sounds about right. That's what I was wondering. She said that because that's a type of jade, right? We're in the jade family. Nephrite jade. Suzanne says, I thought kiwi jasper and sesame jasper were the same thing. They might be. I don't know for certain. I see this, to me, sesame jasper registered. Andrew said kiwi jasper. It could be. Could be another name, one of those things. Andrew says pretty much they are. LG73. I don't know much about jaspers as far as all their names, and I think it's pretty hard to know. I should try and learn them more. Okay, this is just marked as yellow jasper. It's a matte finish, yellow jasper. Marion says, and people stick their noses up at jasper. So many beautiful colors and patterns. I know, look at all these. Oh, this one is, see what I mean? When you do this drilling, a lot of times they do crack. That one is actually cracked. We won't sell you that one. Andrew said, I also think vendors make stuff up to sell things. Yeah, you know, if sesame jasper is out of style, what is it now? It's kiwi jasper, right? Marion says, jasper names vary by locality and vendor. I believe that 100%. I love these matte ones so much. I hope you're all liking this. I hope I'm not boring everybody. taking the time to go through this whole box. This whole box. We're a little over halfway through. Suzanne says, I've learned from you never to look down on any stone, right? Andrew says, to be honest, though, this is a really good selection of different jaspers. Yeah, these are some of the best I've seen. Another reason I was so excited when I saw this. Andrew says, Suzanne, except Unikite. You gonna look down on the Unikite, Andrew? Okay. Here's another one. Honestly, this one is the same as the other silver leaf, so I'm skipping that one. That's the same thing. How about that? That one doesn't belong. This one, which one does not belong? This one does not belong. That's not the same either. Yet Unikite is a powerful stone, right? So here you go. LG74. LG. He says, okay, this is pretty for Unikite. Just happened to be pulling the Unikite when Andrew's like, not the Unikite. Some of this is mostly green. Like this one has just green. But mostly you want the Unikite for the green and the pink, right? So maybe Andrew would want this one instead. But so it says Unikite is to protect against negativity, right? It is a powerful stone. And, you know, we do get a lot of requests. We were getting more requests for Unikite in the store before we closed our store. People were coming in for Unikite because it is such a protective stone. Mary says, I like Unikite and actually most jaspers. Nice. Yeah, because the pinky isn't very pink in these sometimes. It's more of an orangey pink, right? Okay, next up. Nobody bored yet? LG75. Should have split this up into 2 days, maybe, right? We're not at the 3-hour mark yet, like normal anyway, right? This is like a butterscotchy. Looks like a little butterscotch. Don't eat the beads, everybody. LG75. There's only 4 of those available. That's it. 4 of those, and that's it. Ooh, one of these bins has a mishmash of different ones. I'm not going to be able to show those. Sorry, everybody. That's just too many. Andrew says it's orange calcite. Orange calcite. Should have known. It has that soapy, glycerin soapy look. Only 4 of those available. LG75. I mean, it says 3 or 5 hours, all good. Right? Sometimes we go for 5, right, everybody? Usually it's a little more lively if we go for 5, though, huh? Usually it's a little bit more. Got Andrew here. We do a treasure hunt. LG76. Okay, these, there are only 2 of. Caramel patties, says Marion. I've never heard of a caramel patty before, but there it is, right? Is this desert jasper? I feel like this is desert jasper. LG76. Andrew says this is kind of like a treasure hunt, right? One of these has a sticker on the back. Jermaine says Kay from Stars did an 8-hour show on Friday. That's a lot. That is a lot. That's a lot. 8 hours. You got to be ready for that. But she doesn't go. Does she go on every day? I don't know if she goes on every day. I guess if we didn't go on every day, 8 hours on a day would not be so bad. You add up all of our time through the whole week, we could put together an 8-hour show if it wasn't too often. Andrew says, we did a 24-hour marathon pretty much once, right? You thought you were going to get to work during that on the off times, but it ended up pretty much you were on live for 24 hours. You got a few minutes in between. LG77. $4 each. Sorry, my marker's running out of power. This they're calling apple jasper. Apple jasper. Marianne says 3 times a week, I think, for Kay until she had her daughter. Nice. Sue says, those look like candy or I'm just hungry. Which ones? These ones? I don't know if you're watching a little bit behind or the caramelly ones. These are apple jasper. Apple jasper, they're calling it on the sheet on the bin. Andrew says, I'm hungry. I know, Andrew. I told you what I asked you. What should I get something for dinner? I'm probably gonna have to go to Walmart at this point. Oh, the previous caramel ones. Yes. Yes. We should keep one of each of the jasper and make a chart. I know, right? A lot of these look like art pieces to me, says Michelle. They are natural art, right? Look at these. Look at these. Look how beautiful. These remind me of autumn, says Susan. Yes, they do. Autumn apple picking. Apple jasper. It's LG77. Hopefully you can read this. My marker is dying. All my new markers are at home. So all the ones here at the cottage that I could find are dying. So this is LG77 apple jasper. And this is apple bottom jeans. Boots with the fur. Okay. Ooh, everybody. We got some fancy jasper here, which is a thing. Fancy jasper. Look at those colors. Again, I'm going to pick for you LG78 for each. Norma says, I haven't seen apple jasper before. Pretty. I generally like all kinds of jasper. I have not seen apple jasper recently. When we first started, when I first started with Andrew, I remember seeing apple jasper before, but I have not seen it very much since. Look at these. Look at how pretty these are. Fancy jasper. It's fancy, y'all. Like, look at the colors in some of these. You got a little bit of purple, a little bit of green. Michelle says, is that called fancy? Yes, fancy jasper. Look at these. I'm like mesmerized. Sorry, I'm not talking as much. You're probably like, oh, thank goodness he's shutting up a little bit. Look at those. Those. Just someone got tired when they named these, right? Ooh, it's fancy. Let's call it fancy jasper. There they are, y'all. That's all the fancy jasper in this little container. That's all of them. Look, just buy them all, somebody, and spread them out on your table like that. They look really pretty. Right? LG 78. Only $4 each, everybody. Giving you a good deal. Andrew says they do look fancy though, so I can see it, right? For a jasper, that's fancy, right? For a jasper, that's pretty fancy. That's as fancy as they come. That jasper's dressed up and ready for the evening. Okay. I wonder how jaspery these jasper are since they're translucent. I know, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, these are pretty, some of these are pretty translucent, so, but they call them fancy jasper. I don't know. That's why they're fancy, because they're pretty much not jasper, right? They're like, oh, this is not jasper, let's call it fancy jasper. These are marked as African jade. Matte African jade. So this is LG 79. $4 each. Marion says, you'd have to keep that pink one, but I already hit my limit. Fancy jasper is gemmy, right? It is. It is gemmy. This African jade, matte African jade. Look how beautiful. The last two, this is second to the last. Next one is the last. Are matte. Are matte. Anders is wondering what we're going to name the new kittens. Yeah, we think Tallulah may have gotten herself in some trouble when she escaped the one day. She might have gotten herself in trouble. LG 79, $4 each. African jade. Susan says, I'd take the pink one, Marianne. Susan says, oh no, what did Tallulah do? So, Tallulah escaped out a window. I don't know if y'all remember that story. We did not get them fixed yet because we were trying to get the store moved and get all that done. And they're inside cats. They don't go out. So we're like, we have time. We can take our time with this because it's very expensive to do it. At least around here. And so she may have gotten herself in trouble. We're not 100% sure, but she's putting on some weight lately, and we think that she has. This is LG 80. These are the last ones. I'm not sure which ones these are, what jasper these are, but these are really pretty, green and white. Marianne says, tis tis, little lady, maybe she won't have too many. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping that maybe she's just not at all anyway. And I don't think she was out very long, but wasn't that just a week ago she got out? It's tree jasper, these are, Anderson. It's been probably about 3 weeks now. 3 weeks now. And yeah, we think maybe she might. Marion says, Sif only had 1 kitten twice and 3 the other time. So we're hoping not a lot, or we're going to have kittens to get rid of. Yeah, we weren't expecting that because they weren't supposed to go outside, but she pushed her way outside of a window, out of a window, and um, yeah, it was the screen popped out. She got out of the window. I had just woken up and saw Gertie standing out, looking out the window, grabbed Gertie, and then realized that Tallulah was not in the house. And Tallulah was sitting on the porch. So I was like, oh, maybe she just got out. She knows to run to the porch because she sees her brothers on the porch. Well, yeah, she had stirrings, Andrew said. She may have gotten herself in trouble, that little girl. So Michelle says, was she in heat at the time? I don't know. I don't remember her acting like she was, but she has not been in heat since. And both of her sisters, Gertie finally just went in heat for the first time since this all happened. They can find ways to get out if they really want to. She certainly did. She certainly did. So I feel like terrible pet parents not having them fixed yet, but we thought we had everything, you know, they weren't supposed to go out. They weren't going outside. And we thought we had time to get all that done and all that. So I feel terrible, but we think she may have. Okay, everybody, let me flip this camera around. Hi, everybody. Hello again. Whoa. So that was the show. I hope y'all liked it. Loose gemstones today. Again, I hope you like these. The last, well, I didn't really tell you how many of them there were because I didn't count everything yet. So sorry about that. Normally I try and do that before the show, but I didn't have time today because I was up in Johnstown working on the building up there and ran here to do that. So I will try to work through these tonight and see if we have any, you know, requests for them. Hopefully y'all requested some. What's everyone saying? Marion says they can go into heat at 6 months. I know. Susan says Smokey tried to get out yesterday and I yelled at him and pulled him back from the screen door. We aren't repeating the Great Escape of 2023. No, do not. Do not. That's why I was so happy. She was just sitting on the porch like a good little girl. And I thought, okay, you just got out and you ran around to the porch because you got nervous and you knew where to be. She was waiting for me to open the door. But don't know. We'll see. And I know we could have her spayed now, but if she has kittens, I feel bad doing that. And they say it's okay, I guess, to a certain point, but it can complicate the process. And also they say there can be emotional feelings and hormonal feelings that happen if you try to do it. So it's like, I don't know. She looked particularly smug. She looked a little, just small, looking in the window. But Norma says, Mischief has made a few unsuccessful attempts at escape lately. What is with everybody? Barnaby has been wild lately. Barnaby has been, it's like when the Aurora Borealis came through, Barnaby got wild. I don't know if did anyone else's pets get wild when that happened? I don't know if there's anything to that, but the last few days he's been not so nice. I don't know what's happening. Marion says spring fever. I know. I feel so bad that she's young and possibly having kittens, and I feel terrible because we didn't get her spayed before this, but we really thought we had time, and it's been rough lately. So the vet bills are not something that we could take on easily. Andrew says Barnaby was sweet today. That's good. He was pretty sweet. He's been pretty sweet today. I haven't gotten to see him much today, though. I took him outside a little bit, and he was good, except he ran into the neighbor's yard and started to dash close to the road. So I had to grab him and yell at him and take him in the house. But he was very sweet sleeping with me this morning. Suzanne says, no, my cats are sleepy. Some of ours are very sleepy. Barnaby and Gilbert have been on edge. The boys have been on edge. Susan says Smokey has been doing zoomies more than usual. Yeah, I don't know. Gilbert's really on edge. Like he thinks I'm mad at him all the time. Yeah. Jermaine says, especially with the number of kittens you need to get fixed. Yeah, 3. That is not easy. That is not easy. So we'll see. We may have more now coming. Anybody want a kitten if we have kittens? And then I'm worried about, of course, getting attached to them or Andrew getting attached to them, but we cannot have more cats. These kittens have to find homes. We are not in a financial situation to take on more cats. So that's what it is. We'll see what happens. Maybe she'll just go into heat here in the next day or two and it'll all be like, oh, okay, we're fine. But I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm going to go and do the tally up. Andrew, let me know if you have things you want me to try to pick up for dinner. I'm going to probably have to run to Walmart. I'm in my soft pants right now, but probably have to run to Walmart to do it. Marion says, sorry, no 3 is enough. Yeah, so Andrew says, I can get another job to support our cats. No, you cannot, because you have to work for the store. You got to do things. We can't have extra jobs to support the cats. We need to support ourselves. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you back here. Well, Andrew will, because I'll be in pottery class. Andrew will see you back here tomorrow. Bye, everybody.